हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू CS वर्ड। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं फिर से। कल रात को मैंने इन्फरेंशियल स्टैटिस्टिक्स ये कवर किया था और थोड़ा सा इसको भी कवर किया था मैंने। स्टैटिस्टिकल लर्निंग ये हो गया था, यहाँ तक हो गया था। ठीक है, look down the field of machine learning and practice of results at any cost. Same general problems occur to modeling real viable contribution have been used in computer science of machine learning, such as decision trees, mentionable and artificial network. More recently, relevant deep learning to name well-known examples, just as the machine learning practitioners must keep an eye on applied statistics. Relabeled deep learning to make name two well-known examples, such as the machine learning practitioner. Value Bremen. In this contrast, the data modeling culture of statisticians with the other modeling culture, to which machine learning belongs. He highlights these cultures as with the The statistical methods can be used to clean estimation. Statistics can aid in model selection and in presenting the skill and prediction from final models. Let's get started about this chapter, where statistical methods are used in the applied machine learning. Check this will demonstrate problem framing, data cleaning, data selection, data preparation, model evaluation, model configuration, model selection, model prediction, validation. Problem framing. This is the selection of the type of problem, duration or classification, and perhaps the structure and types of the inputs and outputs of the problem. The framing of the problem is not always obvious. For a newcomer to a domain, it may require significant exploration of the observation in the domain. For domain experts, that may be stuck seeing issues from a conventional perspective. They too may benefit from considering the data from multiple perspectives. Problem framing. Perhaps the point of biggest leverage in a predictive modeling problem is the framing of the problem. There is a selection of type of problem, regression or classification, and perhaps the structure and types of inputs and outputs for the problem. The framing of the problem is not always obvious. For a minute. To a domain, it may require significant exploration of the result in the domain. For domain experts that may be stuck seeing the issues from the conventional perspective, they too may benefit from considering the data from multiple perspectives. Statistical methods that can aid in the exploration of the data using the framing of problem include exploratory data analysis, summarization and visualization in order to explore how ad hoc views of the data mining, exploratory data analysis, summarization and visualization in order to explore how ad hoc views of the data. Summarization and visualization in order to explore ad hoc. Data mining, structured relationship is structured. Patterns in the data. Data understanding. Data understanding means having an intimate grasp of both the distribution of variables and relationship between variables. Data understanding. डेटा माइनिंग क्या है? ऑटोमेटिक डिस्कवरी ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर्ड रिलेशनशिप एंड पैटर्न्स इन डेटा. Automatic discovery, data understanding. Some of this known knowledge may come from domain expertise or require domain expertise in order to interpret. Nevertheless, both experts and novices to a field of study will benefit from actually handling real observation from the domain. Two large branches of the statistical module are used to aid in understanding data. They are summary statistical data visualization. Summary statistics क्या है? Matters used summarize the distribution between variable and statistical quantities. Between variable and using functions such as chart, plot, graphs. Between variable. Data cleaning. Observation from data are often not pristine. Although the data is digital, it may be subjected to processes that can damage the fidelity of the data. Observations from a domain are often not pristine. It may be subjected to processes that can damage the fidelity of our data and in turn any downstream process or methods that make us of the data. Some example insight include data error, data loss. The process of identifying and repairing issues with the data is called data cleaning. Statistical methods are used for data cleaning, for example. Outlier directions or imputation. Outlier direction में क्या methods for identifying observation that are expected by the distribution. अच्छा, और imputation क्या है? Methods for repairing or filling corrupt or missing values in observation. ठीक है, और दो चीजें. देखिए, outlier observation detection. Making methods for identifying observations. Observations that are far from expected value. Validation. We're at data selection. Not all observations or variables may be relevant when modeling. The process of reducing the scope of data to those elements that are most useful for making predictions is called data selection. Okay? Not all observations are all relevant when working modeling. The process of reducing the scope of data to those elements that are most useful for making prediction. Data selection. Scope of data to those elements. That are most useful for making prediction is called data selection. Two types of statistical method are used for data selection: data sample or data feature selection. Data sample. Systematically. Yes, ma'am. outcome variable. Knock knock. तो दो मेथड है डाटा सिलेक्शन के, एक है डेटा सैंपल, एक है फीचर सिलेक्शन। उस डेटा में सैंपल में क्या कर रहा है, मेथड सिस्टमैटिकली क्रिएट स्मॉल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव सैंपल्स फ्रॉम लार्ज डेटा सेट। और फीचर सिलेक्शन में मेथड्स ऑटोमेटिकली आइडेंटिफाई दोज वेरिएबल्स दैट आर मोस्ट रिलेवेंट टू द आउटकम वेरिएबल्स। डेटा प्रिपरेशन में क्या है, data can often not be used directly for modeling. Some transformation is often required in order to change the shape or structure of the data to make it more variable, suitable for the solution framing of the problem or learning algorithms. Data preparation is performing using statistical method. Some common examples include scaling, encoding, transform. फिर से एक बार क्या है, data can often not be used directly for modeling. Some transformation is often required in order to change the shape or structure of data to make it more suitable for chosen framing of the problem or learning algorithms. Data preparation is performed using statistical method. Some common examples include by स्केलिंग में है हमारे पास मेथड सच एज स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन एंड नॉर्मलाइजेशन। इनकोडिंग में मेथड्स such as integer encoding and one hot encoding transforms methods such as power transforms like a box cox methods. डेटा को प्रिपेयर करना, डाटा प्रिपरेशन में मतलब कि हम अगर डायरेक्टली नहीं मॉडल कर सकते तो हम क्या करेंगे, उसको कुछ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन रिक्वायर्ड होंगी ऑर्डर टू चेंज द शेप और स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ डेटा, है ना यार। इसको लिखने का तो नहीं बट लिख लेते हैं। Data can often not be used directly for modeling. मेथड्स कौन कौन से हैं? स्केलिंग, एन्कोडिंग, ट्रांसफॉर्म्स। स्केलिंग दूसरा है एनकोडिंग। Message such as integer encoding and one hot encoding. Methods such as integer encoding and one hot encoding. तीसरा है ट्रांसफॉर्म्स। box methods such as power transformation like the box method. Okay, तो एक, दो, तीन, चार, data preparation chair, model evaluation. The crucial part of predictive modeling problem is evaluating a learning method. This is often requires estimation of the skill of the model when making predictions on data not seen during the training of the model. Generally, the planning of this process in the predictive model is called experimental design. This is a whole subfield of statistical math. A crucial part of predictive modeling problem is evaluating a learning method. This often requires the estimation of the skill of model when making question data not seen during from the model. Experimental design methods क्या है? Subfield of statistical method. Another subfield, statistical method. Resampling methods for systematically splitting a data set into subset for the purposes of training and evaluating the predictive model configuration. A given machine learning algorithm often has a suite of hyperparameters that allow the learning methods to be tailored to a specific problem. The configuration of the hyperparameters is often empirical in nature rather than analytical, require large tubes of experiments in order to evaluate the effect of hyperparameter value on the skills of methods. The division and comparison of values between different hyperparameters. one of two subfields of statistics, namely statistical hypothesis test. Methods that qualify the likelihood of observation, the result given as assumption or expectations about the result, presentation intervals, p-values, estimation, statistics. Methods that quantify the uncertainty of a resulting result using confidence intervals. ओके, तो मैं अभी के लिए यहीं पे बंद कर रहा हूँ और शाम को फिर से एक बार आऊँगा लाइव। शाम को या रात में जब टाइम मिलेगा। अभी लिखिए टाटा बाय बाय। मॉडल सिलेक्शन से पढ़ेंगे, इसको मैं अभी लिखने जा रहा हूँ, लिख लूँगा। बाय बाय।